Hey, appreciate it.
Of course, man.
First thing, just if you had to pick a word or a couple words, what would it be to describe your rookie season?
I would say just like a dream come true, a blessing. Just words like that, man. Just can't put. It's hard to put in a couple words. Just the emotions and all the hard work and things like that have been put by a lot of people. Just to have special moments this season and to do it in my first year, it's been pretty cool. But we're not done, and I'm really excited just to keep going. And I've been amazed by just the great teammates that I have, and I don't want to stop. So.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is it not only to make the playoffs your first year, but to get it to play a playoff game at home? How special is that?
It's super special. I think the last time we had a playoff game was 2019. And I don't know if it was here or not, but I know it means more to the city of Houston than we can ever imagine. So I'm really, really excited to see the environment in the stadium, just the buzz. I've already heard a lot of great things, so I can't wait to just get here and see the environment and play in front of that and that energy.
Yeah. So watching you play, I mean, you make things look easy in a lot of ways. Your arm talent is next level, off the charts. But talking to coaches, they talk about just how you have grown and developed through the course of the year. Just going back to when you first got here in training camp and mini camps, what's been the area of your game that you've grown the most, do you think?
I appreciate that. I feel like where I've grown the most is definitely like just the operational stuff, getting out the huddle, being really vocal, having just a really, really, really better idea on what it takes to be an NFL quarterback, And it's not as easy as it seems, but it's been amazing just to work with great people to help me along my journey who've been in great offenses with great quarterbacks. I have like 4 quarterback coaches that help me a lot, and I appreciate just them with their honesty and things like that and holding me accountable. And it's been just a year of development, a year of learning for me.
You've shown great leadership on and off the field for this team. The team really rallies around you, believes in you. How weird is that or different is that as a 22-year-old guy standing in the huddle or being in a locker room with grown men, guys with wives and kids and families? I mean, how different is that?
It's a little different, like the dynamic of the team is a little off, like not off, but it's a little different than what I'm used to. In college, we were all college kids going through the same process. But now it's guys with kids. You have dudes from overseas. You have single guys. Guys fresh out of college, rookies. So it's a melting pot, and that's what I think makes this sport so beautiful. And I've been amazed and blessed just to have people who've let me be a leader. And I didn't want to come in and just be giving it. And DeMeco didn't want that either. And he was really big on his quarterback being a leader. But I told him I want to earn it. And to be able to wear that C every week on my chest, being a captain, man, it's an honor. It really is an honor, especially seeing the captains on the Houston Texans before me, great players like J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, guys who've done it before better than I have at this moment where I want to be. So it's been amazing just building that trust for guys to lead, the guys for me to follow, and then on top of that, being able to be a leader.
You mentioned DeMeco. Describe him and how important has he been to you and been to this team, and what's made him have so much success in his first year?
He's somebody who holds himself to a standard, and he holds everybody else to that standard as well. And he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to make sure that you know what he expects from you, and it's up to you to be a professional and get that job done. But he does it in a respectful manner, which I can appreciate. He's very positive. He's not a negative person, so he's not going to be a mean cuss, but when he needs to put his foot down, he does. And that's something that I can really, really appreciate and respect for somebody to be just honest with you, and if he needs to talk to you about something, he's going to call you to his office and keep it real with you, good and bad, and it's something that I can appreciate.
Yeah. So you play the Browns back on Christmas Eve. You didn't play in the game, still coming back from the concussion. But obviously you studied the game, studied what went well, what went bad. What's the key playing them this time around? What do you guys have to do to put yourself in the best position to win?
Yeah, we gotta be us. I don't think that last time we played them, we weren't us. We weren't playing Houston Texan football. We were shooting ourselves in the foot too much, not moving the chains, not getting positive plays on first and second down, and that's something that we learn from, fix those issues, and really this is a great defense, great team overall. We know that we can match up with them well, and we expect to win, and that's how we come out with that swag, that juice, that energy every game, and this is going to be a big-time moment for us, and it's nothing to do but just be ourselves and playing Houston Texans football.
And they obviously trust their style to get after the quarterback, to play man coverage. Myles Garrett, is an elite player. Any sense also just, okay, we have to do some things to kind of keep him honest, maybe offset his skill set just to give him a little bit of pause?
Yeah, we respect what he does and everything, what he's done in his career and what he's put on tape this year, but we don't play with fear. We have a great tackles that we trust in. LT's a Pro Bowler every year. He's probably the best tackle in the league right now, for sure, and George Fann's done a great job as well. So we have trust in those guys. We definitely know what Myles can do and is a Darius Smith, and we know that they're a force to be reckoned with, but we're not going to act in fear. We're going to act in knowing that we trusted our guys and we're going to go make plays.
Yeah. I want to read a quote, two quotes. One is yours. Steph Curry don't ever stop shooting. I'm going to keep throwing. I don't have any shame in my game. Where'd that mindset come from?
Comes from really, honestly, my dad. He used to always, especially in basketball, he would always reference certain players to me. Like Kobe was a big one, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and he would always point out you miss 100% shots of the takes that you don't take.
Right.
So I think I said that after we played the Cardinals. I threw 3 interceptions, and I think for me that's what makes me special is the times where it's iffy, and most of the time they don't enter interceptions, they enter completions and big plays, and everybody is loving that. But when they don't, everybody's going to be really critical of you, and that's the life I live and the sport I play and the position I play. So I accept the good with the bad, and I know what I can do, and I know what I am going to do, and I'm confident in myself and my teammates, but I'm never going to not be confident in myself, and I'm going to keep shooting.
Well, you obviously got them all out of your system, 3 in that one game and only 2 in every other game, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the way to play. All right, the other quote, and this is from the guy that got drafted right after you, Will Anderson. He said, your attitude and energy bleed through the whole locker room to make everyone want to step up and keep playing better. What does that mean to you to hear not only a fellow teammate, but a defensive player say that about you and your effect on the team?
Man, it's just, honestly, it's super inspiring. It's very heartwarming. I appreciate that. I don't walk in the locker room every day trying to make people feel my energy or y'all need to do this. I'm not trying to be that type. That's not who I am. That's not real leadership. My approach is being trustworthy and putting your best foot forward. And a coach of mine, his name is Todd Fitch, who is a quarterback coach of mine at Ohio State. He told me probably the most important thing a quarterback should ever hear in his life is the number one job for a quarterback is to make everybody around you better. Point blank, period. However you get that done, that's your business. But I took that to heart when he told me my sophomore year in college. Ever since that's been my main goal. Of course, winning games and things like that, but to do that, everybody around you has to be at their best, and you want to push those guys to their end, because when you get out there and it's that 4th down or that third down situation, they're all going to be having big eyes looking at you in that huddle.
Right.
And it's for you to show that early in the season, early in practice, because it doesn't just happen that moment, So it's cool, and I appreciate Will saying that.
Yeah, that's kind of like what Kobe and Michael Jordan and LeBron did too, to make everybody around them better, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
kind
sir.
of the way to do it. So one unique thing about your team, 7 team wins deciding the last possession. I mean, what's the secret to that? And is that a really good thing going into the playoffs now?
Yeah, I feel like it is and it isn't. It's both ways. I think that's a testament that you have a tough football team, but I think I always tell my teammates they don't got to be close, And we haven't put a full game together yet, and I'm excited to see us do that, So I think that it shows how tough and resilient we are. But at the same time, we got to start putting guys away and knowing when we do get a lead, what to do with that. And when we go down, we know how to come back now. So it has some good things to it too.
Yeah. Has anybody given you any advice, whether it's coaches, teammates, friends, about the playoffs being different? Anything different about the approach? Anything different about, obviously the stakes are different, but do you approach it any differently?
No, I mean, everybody I've talked to and my experience that I've had in big games is just be yourself and whatever, like, you need to do to get a win, do that, you know? So don't make the moment bigger than what it is. Understand what's at stake and just accept that energy, accept that juice, you know, that like whatever emotion you're feeling, accept it and ride with it. Use it to your advantage. So we have a lot of guys who've won a lot of games here, won Super Bowls, like, so we know what it takes, and all those guys have nothing but respect for this team and know what we can do. So me being myself, I'm a rookie, so I don't know no better, so I'm just gonna be myself.
Yeah, awesome. Do you get nervous before games at all, or what's your feelings in the locker room right before you come out on the field? What do you feel?
I do get nervous. I think if somebody I don't know how everybody is. It's my first year. Like, every game feels like, oh my gosh, am I ready? Like, did I do enough this week? You know, but I feel like I think John Jones said this once. He said like that butterfly feeling that you get in your stomach, like before a big moment. That's the most powerful like self you can be. And I remember hearing that, I'm like, man, like that's when I'm like most anxious. I'm most ready. Like, let me use this energy I have in my body to like do what I got to do to make plays. So yeah, I get nervous, but I do understand like God wouldn't put nothing on me that I can't handle. So I walk out with nervousness and also confidence, you know, knowing that I did put in the work that week to get the job done.
And then what makes that maybe go away? Like the first completion, the first time you get hit? What is it that triggers it for you?
It's a multitude of things, like that stuff. I pray a lot too, so that helps. And yeah, that first play I'll usually just knocks it out, you know. Getting hit, I like getting hit the first play just to like get my blood going, and but completion does the same thing.
So I watched the game last week. It was in prime time, big win, got you into playoffs. I saw you coming out of the tunnel with a marker, filling stuff out on your wristband, on your wrist, and then I saw Lisa talked to you after the game about it. I mean, do you do the same thing every game, or do you change that up, or what's your deal with that?
I do the same. I've been doing the same thing since college, since my sophomore year in college, and it's just to like remind myself where I come from, like what I hold near and dear to my heart, what's my inner core, who I am as a person, instead of like what everybody in the stadium may think. So sometimes I take it off and I just look at it, you know, and those things I write on purpose. Like, you know, it's just to remind myself, like, you're enough, and the people that you love are right there with you, watching you and praying for you. And I think it's something to just keep me grounded. And I appreciate all those people I do write on my wrist. I didn't mention, but I also put put a note to my dad, just because his situation, he's not really able to be with us, and but I just let him know that I'm thinking of him as well, you know, and he's the reason why I'm playing this sport, you know. So this thing's just to keep me grounded.
Yeah. Do you put any verse on there as well?
I do. I put Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. That's my favorite verse
yes,
too.
Sir,
so,
yeah. Trust the Lord all your heart, and I lean on your own understanding.
Yes.
All your ways acknowledge Him; He shall make your path straight.
Path straight. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Appreciate it, bro.
My man. Thank you.
Right.
Great to see you
Thank
again.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.